That's a good sign. Fish are jumping. All right. Let's get this day started. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining the channel this morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning out here. I was going to try and hit the river this morning, but they've got the water levels way too low. So, again, the old backup plan. But there is an area that I just recently noticed over there on the other side of the lake here that I might want to give a try out in the next video. It's been a minute since I've been out there. So, probably about a year and a half or so since I fished it. So, I really don't know how that's going to play out. But again, I'm curious. I want to know. Rusty Rivers, good morning. How are you? Glad to have you join the channel this morning, my friend. Hey, Barbie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you being helping me to motivate to get things going earlier this morning. Appreciate that. Couldn't do it without you, sweetheart. You are the catalyst that pushes me to keep going, and I appreciate that. All righty, so different side of the dam this time. We normally will fish the east side. Today, I thought I would try the west side today. So everyone joining this morning, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being up and early. If you're on my side of the time zone, I appreciate you getting up super early and watching. I know you probably just woke up and having your cup of coffee or so. Not a problem. I've already had mine, so I totally understand. And for those of you on the East Coast, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. So I figured I'd get about an hour or so of fishing in before I head into work this afternoon because I just got to fish. I just got to fish. So right now, basically what I'm doing, I'm just getting things set up since I just got out here. 570, good morning. How are you? Oh, I appreciate that. I do too, my friend. I really do. I hope I appreciate that I can get a nice, decent sized one. So the weather's just comfortably cool. We are starting to decrease in our high temps. Today will be probably the last day. If I have to say, I don't want to say too true last day, but it'll be lower in the low 100s. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be hitting the 90s, and at night we'll finally be hitting the 60s, which I'm pretty excited about. And it should be a better day for, or better weather, I should say, for the fish. So anyway, so let me get set up and let's get to fishing. Now, I had the opportunity of getting a couple of new items to add to my fishing repertoire, and I was pretty excited to find these at the Bass Pro Shop when I was out doing some shopping out there one day with the family. And these things are amazing. They're amazing. I know they have them online, but I needed them like that day per se, and they had a really decent price sale on them, so I ended up buying 2 packs of them, and they come 2 per pack, so I actually have 4 of them, just in case I do lose them, because you know sometimes they can get lost, as you all know. So, so far this morning, I've heard a couple of pops and jumps out in the water, so it's promising. Oh, that makes 2 of us, sweetheart. I cannot wait for the cooler weather to get here myself. Cannot wait for the cooler weather to get here myself. All right. I think on the next video, though, potentially, I don't want to say 100% sure because I don't know where I'm going to be half the time. I just like finding areas that I know are workable and comfortable to fish in, but I also need to try exploring some new areas for sure. That way it's good for the channel, you know? All right, so with that being said, let's get this first fish pole set up. How is everyone doing this morning? Good morning, 23 viewers. Do me a favor, I appreciate you joining the channel. If you're brand new, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join the channel here. I am trying to reach 400 subs if I can in the next few days or so. I appreciate that. If you could also share the content, share the channel with your friends that you know really love to fish and like to go out and fish. Leave a comment by all means after each video, because it does really help out with the YouTube algorithm. All right. Bait of choice as always. The anchovies seem to be working really well for me, so I'm kind of sticking with it for right now. All right. How I do it is I will take the 3/0 hook, I'll run it through the side of the body there, and then run it to the side and just have the actual shank of the actual line, it's the hook itself, run it to the side and just kind of tie it down with some magic thread, as I like to call it. It's good stuff. It really is good stuff. So let me get this set up real quick. I just barely got out here about maybe 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. I'm carrying light today. I brought the small tackle box. That way it's easier to more manageable out here. And if you know the area that I'm at, which for those of you who do follow my channel will understand where I'm at, it can be kind of hairy out here walking because it's a lot of ridges and rocks, especially on the backside of the dam area where I'm at. So the all to go to for sure. Magic thread, as I like to call it. This stuff is amazing. This is probably one of the only items that I do endorse now because I know it works. It's been tried and true, and I've never had a problem with it. So, the company, Scaletti, on Amazon is where I bought mine at. So, if Scaletti's watching my videos, you never know. Do me a favor, sponsor me. It'd be great. It really would. All right. So, let's get this casted on here for the first one here. I'm going to do a whole one this morning on the anchovies just to see what pops. You know, let's see what pops. All right. Chaos, good morning. Thanks for joining the channel, my friend. Glad to have you on board. I see that you went fishing yesterday. It was pretty good, eh? Just wanted to pick up set. Give me a second here. 570. I'm trying to read your comments here, my friend. I just picked up some of that different brand. Oh, indeed they are. Indeed they are. You know, I really got to thank that local fisherman that introduced me to it. This stuff is just amazing, amazing, amazing. So, all right. I'll tell you what. Let's just see if we can get this casted out there real quick and see what we got going on. Now, looking down into the water, I can see where the deck is because if you, I mean, let me give me a quick brief here. You can look down in the water there. You can see almost like a rock shelf that sticks out right there. But as you go farther out that direction there, it does drop a lot deeper. So we'll see if we can cast out that far. Chaos, 10 bass and a pike? My man, you are just slaying them. Congratulations. That is awesome. That is so, so awesome. All right, here we go, folks. First cast of the morning. Let's get this on and going. Not too bad of a cast, if I do say so myself. Probably one of the most challenging areas out here on the rock set is that it's you definitely got to be careful of your footing for sure. But on the same token, it's not bad. It really isn't. You almost have like a, I don't want to say a 360 choice of, but you definitely have a 180, however you want to choose to do it. I know the last time I was out here on my boat, I was fishing right out in that direction there, and the water was extremely, extremely warm. I could not believe how warm the water was that night out here. It's 82 degrees almost. Now, if I had to say there was any disadvantage to being out here, um, it the lines and stuff can tend to get snagged a little bit. Mr. J, good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not really quite sure how far that because I thought I cast it out pretty far, but it seems like it's already gotten caught up on something. Yeah, but on the same token, it could be a lot of vegetation down there also. So I may spend about 10 minutes, 15 minutes here and then just heading out that direction, try casting a line out that way also. Well, thank you, Mr. J. I appreciate that. Appreciate you joining the channel. Yeah, as I can see how the line direction's going, I can definitely tell it's going lower down there. So I'm not quite sure how deep that is in that area, but it could present to be a problematic issue, which we can hopefully take care of. Just resolve it by going to a different location. Now that area in that direction that I was talking about, whoop, whoop, getting a bite already. Maybe not. Now this location here, I believe, is where me personally, I've caught catfish and I've caught striper out here. Um, so I won't say it's a prime location for it, but it seems like it's done well for it. Give it a few more minutes, and then we'll check the line, see how it's going. That side of me on the hills back in that area there, that is the Nevada side of our location here. The dam that I fish on is pretty much, it borders between Nevada and Arizona, so it's kind of in between. Mr. J, it actually really is really nice out here. I mean, this is a really nice lake. It's a huge lake, actually. I can't wait to get my boat up and running again because I need to get out here on the water. I don't mind bank fishing, but man, I have a lot more opportunities if I'm out there in the middle of the water per se. Little update about the boat. Um, my son and I, Jared, my son Jared and I actually took it out a little bit ago. You may have saw that mini short that I posted. It's just not quite up to par yet. So I've changed all the fuel filters out. The next step is probably going to be changing the spark plug systems out. So we'll see. I'm hoping it's just an easy fix and we'll get from there. Well, 570, I appreciate that. I understand that totally 100% about keeping moving and work calling you. So I'll be there shortly myself this afternoon or so. I have the midday shift today, so I get you. Thanks for joining, my friend. Be safe out there, and we'll catch you on the next video. All right? Take care. Yeah, I might want to try and bring this in just to see because it just doesn't feel comfortable for me out here like that. There is a lot of rocks. Oh, you know what it could also be too, honestly? It's not getting snagged, but I'm kind of wondering if there's not a lot of vegetation in that area because I know this area is prone to having a lot of, as I call, vegetables. So, but it is not without giving fish. I know we pulled fish out of here, so the funny thing that I'm learning, When you got to get up early to go to work, we're tired. But when we know we're going fishing, even on a work day, and we have an opportunity, we're just wide awake. In fact, I have a hard time sleeping the night before. I kind of did last night because I knew I was going to be out here this morning. I got all excited about it. I had to force myself to go to sleep early, about 10:30 or so. But, I set the alarm for 4:30 a.m. and I was up literally at 4:16 this morning. So I was up before the alarm even set off. So it's kind of like hunting. I used to get really excited that I knew it was going to go in the next morning. The preparation and everything, the excitement of getting ready to go. And then finally, the day of the hunt, you're up super early. It was like that for duck hunting for me, literally. Now, duck hunting, I will tell you, I lost sleep because just my schedule back then didn't allow me to get a lot of rest. But I even on 3 hours of sleep, I was up at midnight, heading out to the duck blind by 2 a.m. to register to get checked in and set up. And yeah, I'd go almost sometimes 24 hours without sleep for duck hunting. Just has a way of re-energizing you when you know you're out there doing it. Oh, indeed, I can imagine, Mr. J. I do remember those days, man. It's amazing. Being out in nature like that, fishing, hunting, it doesn't matter. It's something, unless you've experienced it, you can't explain it. It's just such a great feeling knowing that we have that opportunity to do it. And on top of that, you get the experiences, whether you're solo hunting or with family or friends, and then you're putting food on the table. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's just an amazing ability that we have the right to do that. And, I just happened to realize something on this poll here. I'm going to check it real quick. Yeah, just as I thought, folks. We're hitting a lot of vegetables. Not real bad, but a lot. But I just happened to I noticed that one of my eyes on the pole, oh, it is definitely peaceful. Definitely peaceful. Yeah, one of my eyes on the pole had been bent, so correct that issue. You know, I'm, I think, honestly, I mean, every adventure you get to go on early morning is great and it's just a memorable one. But I know, for those of you who have done it for a long time or just getting into it, even, I don't want to discredit brand new hunters or fishermen either, but there is something about it that, whoa, you know what? Okay. Yeah, something definitely hit it because half of my bait is gone. Oh my gosh, look at all this vegetables. Holy cow. Yeah, it took the head completely off. I don't like using the vegetables because to me it just doesn't seem like it would taste good. JXF, I appreciate that. I know he does. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for them words of encouragement. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining the channel if you're new this morning. So we're going to come back here and wrap around. Hopefully the fish don't mind a little bit of vegetables this morning because they're definitely on there for a little bit. Yeah, I put a whole anchovy on that thing and it's like literally just gone. The whole top portion of it. Not a problem though. So what I might do is try and relocate out this way a little bit. I'm looking at the shelf pattern out there because it literally goes way out there farther than I need it to. But on the same token, it's all right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try another angle. I apologize in moving you, but we're going to try another angle here. Bear with me here, folks. Appreciate it. Well, not even looking at me here. Got you looking at the other side of the dam area. Arizona Desert, how are you? Not a whole lot, my friend. Thanks for joining this morning. I'm actually here doing some fishing. I got here about maybe 20 minutes or so ago. They're on the backside of the dam. Yeah, let's see here. Whoa. Well, in all reality, the deepest part is this area where I was at, so I just might stay where I'm at here for a minute. Give it more than just one cast and see how it works. Because I believe there's still opportunity here. Man, walking out here, you definitely need to be a mountain goat. I'll tell you what, you really do. The footing is just not the best, but it's not such a hardship you can't fish. I'm actually on Lake Mojave today. I'm on the backside of the dam area. It is a beautiful morning. Not even a breeze coming through, but it is still gorgeous out here. If you look out on the waterway, you can definitely see the wind, but not so much. And look at the water, look at the wildlife flying over. It's amazing. All right, let's get this casted out and try again. Now on this one here, I think I'm using two 3/8 ounce sinkers with a bead in between. I believe this is the pole I'm using. No, actually, it's the one that has the bead on the opposite end. Sometimes I forget what I'm using. Bear with me as I try and make my way up to see the Munchie. Good morning. How are you? I hear the Mojave has big flatheads. It does indeed, my friend. It does indeed. I mean, the one that I pulled out not too long ago wasn't the biggest, but it was big. It was probably my personal best. It was almost 7 pounds, 6 pounds, I should say. It was definitely a good one. Munchie, thanks for joining. Good morning. Thank you. Let's see here. Arizona says that dam looks like it would be great place for flat. Yeah, and definitely, definitely. Um, there was one night that I was fishing in the same location here, Arizona fishing, and yeah, I pulled out 4 stripers that night and 2 catfish. So it's definitely a good place for it. Sean, good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you joining, man. If you're brand new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe for me. Hit that notification bell and the like button. That way you don't miss any of my content. And if you're already subscribed, thanks for sharing. Thanks for joining up again. As I was saying earlier in my live when I first started, there's an area right there on the opposite side of me that's behind me actually that I definitely want to check out. And it has been a while since I've fished that area. It's not as rugged or aggressive as it is out here because it is designed for fishing. It does have a canopy and everything over top to keep you out of the sun. The only concern that I have is the level of the water out there because I know it tends to be a little bit lower at times. The lake isn't too low this time, but it can be at points. So I notice that the river every morning now they're starting to keep our water units severely low, and it's kind of sad because the river is a really good spot to fish at point where I normally go to. I know I have a specific spot that I like to fish at there at the river area, but it's been successful. But I am not opposed to trying out new locations because I have like 5 or 6 new places that I've located that I've pinned to my Onyx app, and we are definitely going to be checking them out. I just had to find out some of the logistics of where I can and can't fish legally because I don't want to overstep. You know what I'm saying? So hair is not bad though. I mean, it really truly isn't that bad. It's not bad at all. If anybody's fishing today, where's everybody going to fish at? Let me know. Appreciate that. I'm always curious and excited to see what everybody's getting. Everyone like and subscribe. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Can use all the help I can get to help my channel grow. I can't do it without you fine people here. So I appreciate each and every one of you for taking a moment to subscribe and following me through. Okay. I do see things popping on the water here. How about one of you fine fish take a bite of the hook I got and have some of that food? Got some fresh frozen for you. Such a beautiful day out here. I am getting really excited about the weather starting to cool down. It's going to be some really good fishing. It's going to be some really good fishing, whether it's lake or river. Heck, I wouldn't even mind going out of state to Nevada side to try it like Lake Mead and all that and fish out there. I just need to find out what it would cost to do an out of state license out there. Man, I will tell you, I hear nothing but peaceful out here. There's no noise. Oh, no kidding. Really, Arizona desert? Man, you must how did it break? I'm curious because those things are pretty stout normally. Sorry to hear that, but those things are normally pretty stout. Wow. They sure are good rods though. I give them a lot of credit, but man, I just realized I fished so much with this pole that it's starting to show dirt everywhere where I've touched it. That's funny. There's a good possibility that this water still might be pretty warm. That may be why there's not really a whole lot of activity. I know that pretty much a lot of people that I've been watching and seeing when I'm out here physically fishing that not too many people are really hitting. I think the water might still be kind of warm. But you know what? There's always that opportunity that something will hit. See, I hooked on something at Canyon Lake. I tried pulling whatever it was out, just pulling on it. Oh, no kidding. Now, was it an actual fish, you think, or were you snagged up on something, Arizona? Wow. So whatever you had your line into, it was pretty heavy, pretty big. Hey, folks, do me a favor. If you haven't checked out my most recent videos, go back on YouTube and check them out. I've got a couple of good ones out there that I did. My last one that I did, I believe I was in the middle of a windstorm. Yeah, it was interesting to see how that worked out. Fortunately, I caught me a decent sized striper before that storm hit, but boy, I'll tell you, I kept it running live because I thought it would have made great content. But man, yeah, check out those videos because I got quite a few of them that I'm pretty impressed with. I'm saying not because of anything I've done, but because of the way the fishing went that night. Oh, it was pulling drag. It was a fish. No kidding. Wow. Can imagine what the size that thing was, my friend. Jeez. So whatever you had on, And it kept pulling drag. Yeah, it must have been a pretty decent sized fish. What were you fishing for that night, Arizona desert? Was it cat or carp? Flats. Gotcha. I understand. They've got some tremendous power. They do indeed. Wow. Wow. Yeah, like I said, the biggest one I've ever caught for my personal best will be almost a 6 pound cat. You know, I know they're a lot bigger than that, but to me, that was the biggest one I've ever caught. So I was pretty excited about it. Get out of here. The water's is literally like glass this morning. I mean, there's hardly any ripples on it at all. Oh, no kidding. Wow. So I take it your buddy caught a 48 pounder, huh? And then you end up catching one a 50-pound plus. Nice. Man, they get so massively large. That's incredible how big they get. You know, at that point, it's like you do it for the excitement of it because I think they'd be too huge to even eat. It's definitely a catch and release aspect on that one, right? Yeah, that's an awful big catfish. It's like the older they get, probably the tougher they are in the meat too. Reread that. Let me see here. Okay, maybe I missed something here. Ice caught a 48 flat back in North Carolina, and I caught it on a tiger rod. So it had to at least be 50 pounds. Yeah, okay. I think I read that right. Oh, you're not ice. I gotcha. I see some activity way out there on the other side, on the Nevada side, actually. So it's definitely coming out there. Folks, if you're joining the channel this morning, good morning and welcome, welcome, welcome. Get that cup of coffee, just sit back and relax, and we're going to wait for some fish to bite. I'm going to give this a little bit more longer time, and then I'm going to check it. So, nothing worse than having your cast out there thinking you've got bait on, and you're just sitting here waiting for that hit, and there's nothing on the hook. That's like the worst feeling in the world, thinking you had something on there. Come on now. I see you guys out there jumping. Come over here. Yeah, did you guys see that slap on the water there? Indeed. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Arizona desert fishing, you know what? I mean, it can happen to any of us. I mean, even me it can happen to. So yeah, definitely. I would definitely like to get a rod that's a little bit thicker and girthier that's designed for catfish and such because I mean, this one here, it's okay. The one that I have at home, which is another Shakespeare, the orange one that I have, it's designed for catfish, they say, but the base of the actual rod itself isn't real girthy or thick. And if I ever do get an opportunity to land that 20-pound plus or whatever, man, I want to make sure I got some backbone on that pole. I don't want it snapping. Look at, I got more wildlife coming in. That's amazing out there. What size line you using on your rod? Well, let me look around. If I see anything, I'll let you know for sure. Arizona Desert, I'll let you know because I'm looking myself. You know, I'm also looking into wanting to buy a bait caster, a left-hand bait caster, because I've been really wanting to try that out, see how that works. My son Jared has one. He loves it. All right, let's check this out because it's been sitting way too long. I hope I didn't get snagged. Something tells me I may have. Darn it. Wouldn't be the first time, I'll tell you there. Oh, come on, release. Don't break the line, please. Don't break the line. That's the only downside. Oh, it came off too darn easy. Hopefully it didn't snap the line. That's the only downside to this area here is that it does get a lot of potential catches on stuff, which is not always the best. Wow, surprisingly it didn't. Okay. Let me take a look at that hook real quick because it was pretty set in there. Well, all right. I'm using this 3/0 offset hook. Bear with me here for a minute, folks. This is my 3/0 offset hook that I'm using. So, I mean, it's not a bad hook. I think this one may be from 6 cents. I know I have some from Gamakatsu, and yeah. Matthew Adventures, good morning. Thanks for joining the channel, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We are out here on the backside of Davis Dam area, facing the river area on the Colorado, just on the opposing side of the Colorado River. Fishing choices at this point, whatever will bite. But no, I mean, yeah. Loosen up this drag a little bit so I can get some line on there. Oh yeah, I was right. This one does have the actual setup that I said earlier. I have it set up to where I do the multiple weights on it with the bead protectors or the weight protectors inside the swivel protectors, whatever we want to call it. But yeah, not bad at all. I believe this here line I'm using is almost 20-pound test line. 20-pound fluorocarbon. That's what I did on most of mine. So we're going to set up again a big chovy. Do a full body one like we normally do and see how that works. It is a gorgeous morning out here today. It is really actually cool. Not so bad. Not so bad. Come on now. There we go. Get on there. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Trying to figure out another location. All right. I think I might hit farther out towards that way this time. Got to readjust the phone. I do apologize, everyone. There we go. Whoa, did you guys see that? Josie, are you on here? Good morning. Good morning, Josie. How are you? I already got to talk to the hubby this morning. Great to have you both on here. Yeah, let's see here. Very good. All right, let's get this thing casted out there as quick as I can. A lot of rocks out here. Whew. All right, here we go. Let's make it happen. Let's get the skunk off this line today, right? It wasn't that far from where they jumped. Hopefully that was a good spot. All right. We'll let them play what they want to do. Very nice. Good morning. Ah, not a problem. Hey, sleep is important too, no doubt. Man, such a beautiful morning out here. Wow. I know you're out here, fish, because I see your activity everywhere. Somebody take a bite of mine and yank it. Let's get this going. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Ooh, okay. Gotta be careful here with all these rocks. I did. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. You know me, though. Yeah, it looks like we have a few anglers out on the water today. Actually, on the edges, though. Not too far on the other side of my dam area. Ah, the sun's starting to come up. Yes. Come on, fishy. You know you want some. I can imagine that the heat that we've been having out in this area has been putting a lot of pressure on the fish because not much of the air has been getting a whole lot. Max, good morning. Thanks for joining the channel. How are you? Appreciate you being on here this morning. Fun fishing. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. I do apologize. I've got the sun coming up on me, so It tends to still be pretty warm out here, Barbie. You're absolutely right. Sometimes I wonder if I'm not being too bright about endangering the heat when I'm out here fishing. One day I was out here, it was like 118. I'll never forget that. I don't know if that was my best move, but gosh darn it, I wanted to catch fish and do something. 118 degrees, I don't think anything wants to hit. I really don't. You know what I might do, folks? Because I know that the heat can tend to bear a lot on this phone issue. So what I might do is relocate the phone to kind of get it out of the sun, because the sun is not the favorable for the phone. It really isn't. Come on now. I heard that thing jump and it don't want to play. That's insanity. You know what I might do? What I might do is take it down there a little bit lower. Yeah. All right, fishy. Don't take the pole yet. Let me get situated down there further. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to take a climb down here real quick. Oh, this area is difficult. I promise it is difficult. So we're going to try and situate you guys here. And, you know, walking on this material is like literally walking on lava rock. It really is. There we go. Well, gosh darn it. I was hoping to get you out of the sun there. And we are literally at the water's edge. I mean, literally at the water's edge. Man, there's no easy spot here, is there? Folks, I do apologize if you're getting moved around so much. I don't mean to. Morning! Yeah, it feels like a lot of heavy vegetation there. And let's try and move you back here a little bit. I'm trying to get you guys out of the sun because I know this phone's going to be all kinds of wonky. Let me catch up a little bit here. Max lead. Glad you're here, my friend. No, it's actually really, really hard out here. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Max, if you're still with me. Appreciate that. Yeah, it is really rough out here as far as the area to walk. It's nothing but solid rock, literally. I mean, all my gear and everything's back there up on the hill a little bit, but I wanted to try and get down here to see if I could get the phone out of the sun, because I'm learning now that the sun can be a nightmare when it comes to the phone. Got the power situation resolved. Now I can just figure out a way to get the sun off the phone to even be better. I I I saw somewhere, and I can't remember where. I think it was another video I was watching where somebody had actually incorporated a tiny umbrella on the actual phone itself to where they were able to keep the heat off of it. Unfortunately, Apple is not a fan favorite of sun, just like GoPro. It doesn't like it. And it has a tendency of getting really dark or shutting off due to heat issues. So, unfortunately, I don't think there really is any perfect spot here. Just want to make sure we still got that on there. Come on, fishy. I know you're out there. It's amazing how fast the temperature starts rising as soon as that sun hits, because I can feel it climbing now. Let me catch up on some of the comments here. Oh, no kidding, Josie. Well, when you get it, do a video on it. I'd like to know how it works out. That way, I'll probably end up getting one too. Let me catch up on some of the actual comments real quick, guys. I'm so sorry. Not trying to be rude. Scotty, you on here? Good morning, my friend. If I missed you, I do apologize. Yeah, it makes it hard to see. Gee whiz. I don't know. I was catching fish 4th of July night when it was 115. Yeah, it is possible, Arizona desert. It is possible. I mean, I've caught fish in the hot weather too, but it seems like it can be problematic for the most part. It is gorgeous out here today. Indeed. Oh, definitely a great place to night fish. Definitely. Oh, no kidding? It blew off the stick? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay. I got you. Not laughing at you. I get it. Life's unforeseen circumstances, as I call it. Folks, do me a favor. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button for me. That way you don't lose any of my content. And whenever I do produce any, you'll get the latest and the greatest updates. Whether good or bad or the ugly, I share everything. That's just how I do it. Another great channel to follow will be Josie's. Go ahead and check her channel out. Definitely. She's got, doing a lot of good fishing and stuff like that. And she's going to probably even be putting some hunting videos out, which I'm excited to see. So follow Josie on her channel too. Appreciate that. You're kind of a tight knit community here, I'd say. Yeah, I'm getting this gut feeling this water might be still kind of warm. I would almost say there's nothing in the water, but I'm hearing them jump or seeing them jump and hearing them slap the water. So I know they're here. Just not sure what they're doing as far as feeding wise. But it is not uncommon in this area where I've been here before. When I did catch that last one, that almost 3 pound striper, the very first time I was out here, it took me about 3 hours or so before I finally got that first bite. So it is not uncommon, I'm sure. Oh, no kidding, Josie? I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that just kind of sucks when that does happen. You get excited about having a product come in, and when you get it in the mail, it's in pieces. That's never a good thing. There's got to be a way that they can ensure that if it's broke, they need to fix it or repair it or replace it. I hear you jumping. Come on over here. Yeah, you could very well be right, Arizona. You could definitely be right. No, that's amazing. Congratulations, Josie. Awesome. Indeed. Good morning, Done Fishing. How are you? Oh, gone fishing. Hello. I apologize. The sun out here is pretty bright. Gone fishing. How are you? Thanks for joining this morning. Appreciate you. Scaredy 2000. How are you? We're trying. We're trying. I promise. We're trying. Sometimes those fish have a mind of their own and they decide when they want to eat. Or maybe the bait that I may be using maybe not be in their diet today. You never know. The wife has been telling me that we need to change up and try different baits. I kind of have to agree with her. Yes, it is. Where you watching from, Scaredy? Oh yeah, she definitely will. I truly believe that Arizona desert. Once she starts getting her honey content, I think she's going to really take off. Italy. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. Well, that was a big jump behind me. Thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate that. If you're new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you on board. I'll give it a little bit more time before I check it again because normally if I don't get it hit by 10, 15 minutes, I need to recheck everything. Oh, somebody caught. Somebody way over there caught. I heard him. Nope. Okay, I heard somebody else just say they haven't caught nothing either. So, Scary, I'm actually using frozen anchovies today. I'm using frozen anchovies. Arizona desert, keep plugging away, my friend. You'll get there. It took me a minute, and I'm still growing. It takes a little bit of a process, but keep plugging away. You'll get there. Yeah, believe it or not, the frozen anchovies seem to do really well. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 times, and I have a feeling a lot of it had to do with the heat and the water temp that they didn't bite. But majority of the time, I don't have any issues catching them on anchovies. I do have some lures I'm going to be checking out and learning how to use. I don't use lures enough to tell you, hey, I'm comfortable with them. That's still a progress in learning for me. But chovies and things like that, yeah, I've got that down to a science for the most part. Again, it's just contingent on whether the fish want to bite or not. It's interesting because fish, they have, from what I'm learning and from what I've been seeing, that they some days they want that specific type of bait that I'm using, and then there's days that they're just like, nah, I'm done with it, don't want it. They'll come up to it, look at it, and walk away from it. I've actually had carp do that, which I thought carp ate just about anything. But no, I guess there's specifics on what they want to do with that too. They do, I believe carp eats a lot of corn, like floury dough balls and things like that. So imagine though, huh? I'm actually on a lake. Scary, I'm actually on a lake. It's the backside of a dam area. Gone fishing. Hi, Stacy. How are you? I just barely saw your name right now. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Oh, that's some good advice, Stacy. Good advice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be great, Arizona Desert. That'd be great. I'm learning too that just get as much content as you can out there. I've been kind of paying attention to what YouTube's got going on because there's some a lot of changes that the CEO and YouTube are doing. So just kind of a heads up and tip from what I've been hearing and seeing. They want everything authentic, they want it legit, and they really don't want much AI involvement anymore on it. Rumor has it that me personally, I do videos and I don't seem to get a lot of hits on them per se. But when I do the lives is when it really soars for the most part. I think the biggest hit count that I got on live, which was biggest for me, was almost 3,000 views. And that's probably minuscule compared to some. But again, I'm not that old in this channel either. I've just barely started what, maybe 2 months ago, if that. I mean, really full hitting it hard. So, and I always tell every one of you that follow me, I couldn't do it without you guys. And I think this is a great group of people that we have to support each other and support our own channels. And it's just amazing. Somebody was telling me too that um I still don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, I feel kind of funny doing it, but on the same token, I think it's a valuable asset to help kind of promote your channel in a sense, and it's like say to like a donation button, which I'm not opposed to it. I just don't know how it really works, but somebody told me to try that. And my opinion on it is I think it's awesome, but it would definitely only be dedicated to the channel itself. I mean, for whether it's new gear that may have gotten lost or broken, that would be something that I would do because I mean I try to keep things legit. So, but I think it's a great avenue to also go that route if people are they're willing to do that or do that. I don't think it's a bad thing. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Yeah, let me kind of catch up with you guys here for a minute. I do apologize. The sun makes it real difficult. Hmm. Sure, I will record. Yeah, I'm right there with you, my friend. I'm right there with you. I did order online, just so you know, Arizona Desert. I did order online a couple more video cameras. Um, I guess it's a company called Romex. They get good reviews. Oh, Josie, I appreciate that. I really do. That means a lot. 44 degrees? Oh, I love it. I wish it was that cool here. Yeah, no worries, no worries. If you do one later on today, I will do my best to watch it for sure, even if it's maybe for a few minutes, because I'm doing the mid shift today at work. So yeah, no, I understand that, Arizona. I got you. Um, yeah, check out that new one that I was telling you about, the one from Romex. I mean, they run a really decent sale on it. It's like literally the half of the fraction cost of a GoPro. Yeah, I love that cool weather for sure. Well, folks, I haven't got a hit on this for a minute, so let me check it out because this is like really, really not hitting anything. I almost feel like I'm fishing for trout. It's so slow. Now bait's on there. Ah, the darn thing though, it's like I don't know if this is in. You know what? Can somebody tell me? Give me your thoughts on this. Does this deter fish from wanting to eat? My opinion is yes. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I know I don't think I would like it if I was trying to eat. This area is just filled with this type. The bait is still on there though. That's good. The bait is still on there. I'm glad it is. I'm going to switch it out and try and go that direction with it now. See how it works out. Check that first eye out. Make sure it's not caught. All right, good deal. Okay, that it came separated. As soon as I heard that plop, I knew it came separated. No worries. It was probably time to change it out anyway. Actually, no, it didn't separate. What in the world? That was odd. Yeah, it did. Part of it did, indeed. All right. We'll leave this on and try again. Just by feeling the bait, the water feels warm. Yeah, the water feels warm. So, I'm not saying that's the excuse, but that might be a little bit of a hindrance. What I might end up doing again, folks, is taking you back up there again because I got to get to my bait. Apologize for moving you. There. Folks, snacks are important. Gotta have them. These are like the best. I love these things. I love them. Every time I go to the local Walmart, I buy a box of 10. Yes. PBJs were my favorite back in the day for sure. Come on now. Let's get something going here, fish. Brought you back out to this side here. See how it works. Good morning, Cora. How are you? You getting ready for school, sweetheart? Yeah, you did. Arizona Desert, it did. It went one direction. It went the other way. Indeed, it did. What do you do? Right? What happened? I'm curious. Jeez, got to be real careful here. That phone might end up falling in if I'm not careful. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm at the very edge, literally at the very edge. Yeah, don't want that to fall in. Here, fishy, fishy. Come on. I know you're hungry. You know, one thing I'm learning is every time I come out when I fish, I kind of, I don't want to say I expect. It's like we kind of hope, but on the reality is that if you don't catch fish, it's okay. It's still a beautiful day to be out here, you know, getting to share content with good folks like you here on YouTube and just being out here. It's just beautiful, you know, it's just gorgeous. I think that's the fun challenge about it is that you're out here trying to catch. That's what makes it exciting. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen him out here this far. Looks like a sheriff boat way out here. Or it could be the warden, game warden. Indeed. Yeah, I've never had him out this far. It's interesting. He might be checking licenses too. That could be what it is. Yeah, he might be coming to talk to me. You never know. Nevada wildlife. Okay, it's Nevada side. Good morning, gentlemen. How we doing? I had a feeling. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, come on up. Or you want me to come down to you or what? All right. Folks, give me a minute. I'm going to step away from the camera. Ah, whoa. How are you doing, my friend? Hey, I'm actually live right now. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Arizona Outdoors 64. There you go. Now, maybe you can answer a question for me. And I don't want to sound ignorant because I've heard two different stories, and most of them I've heard are yes. On this side or Nevada side, is it legal to fish with an AZ license on land?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Fish either side. We have a reciprocal agreement with both states. So.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
obviously the only one that doesn't work out here that people try to use is California.
No, I understand that. I appreciate that. Like I said, I've heard, but again, I want to be sure, and I'm glad you guys came by because now it sets a set in stone for concrete for me now. So if I want to do Nevada side where that area is on that side
Correct.
by
Yep,
the
you
dam, we're
you can
good.
fish
Perfect.
with the Arizona license. Yep.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thank you. Thanks for being safe and thank you for doing your job.
Yep. No worries. The hunting hole I like is right there by that Laughlin Bay Marina inside that lagoon.
That's where I've been hearing. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I mean, normally if I get my boat out on the river area, I do
I don't know
catch.
if I want you out there with your YouTube channel. Not everyone's gonna know, but that's my favorite spot.
No, hey, oh, hey, it's all good. Thank you, gentlemen. Be safe. Yes, sir. Well, folks, I'm telling you, that's awesome to know. A couple of whoa. Couple of things that I'm glad to hear about is one, I'm a huge fan of conservation. Okay, whether you're hunting, fishing, whatever the case may be, I'm 100% a huge fan of that, and I do understand why. And it's just my perspective. I'm not here to educate anybody because obviously a lot of you who do fish and hunt understand the rules and legalities of why things are done like that. But it makes me feel good to know that they're checking us out. You know, now, and it also cleared up something that I had some issues that I wasn't quite sure about. And again, it's one of those, well, he said, she said kind of a thing. And I did research a little bit online, but now I've heard directly from the actual game warden themselves. So yeah, it's 100% legal, which I'm pretty happy about. So that just opens up more opportunity and spots for me to go fish on the Nevada side. So it's amazing. And the fact that they have this co-op agreement between the Arizona and Nevada side fishing wise, it's amazing. So it's good to know that. And I always like to be respectful because these guys got a hard job to do too. Being in the fire and EMS industry as long as I was, we all have that same kind of a understanding for things of how it is. And sometimes, we see the worst of everything. And sometimes not everybody can be the friendliest. Even on my aspect of it, I've seen it. So I give them as much respect as I can because they've earned it, they deserve it, and they just have a job to do. So that's just my 2 cents anyway. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to fishing. And for those of you who have heard that secret spot, I don't hide it. There's enough fishing for everybody. Let me catch up here. That may be. I don't know, Stacy. I've never heard that, but that might be. Oh yeah, exactly. 100%, Josie. 100%. Oh, no kidding, Stacy. I'm sorry, no kidding, fishing adventure. They do. That is so true. Gone fishing, they do. I mean, and it's kind of comical, and I don't mean no disrespect, but it is funny. I'm out here on the backside of a dam, and the game warden pulls up. Yeah, that is interesting. But you know what? I'm glad they do it, though. I am totally okay with it. That is so funny. Yeah. Good morning, Jared. Run. No, I'm glad they showed up, man. They were respectful. And I got an answer that I needed to know because I've heard no, you can't. It's illegal. And I've heard yes, you can. And even when I've read about it, but again, let's face it, not everything on the internet is always accurate. So you got to be careful. Nothing better than finding out from the horse's mouth directly. Bass Pro Fisher, good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining the channel. I do apologize if I didn't get to you sooner. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I've actually, and no disrespect, but the old state that I lived in, I've actually came across wardens who I think, in my honest opinion, were probably brand new to the position or job, and they didn't know. And not to take away from what they know, because they have to know an awful lot about rules, regulations for hunting, fishing, and all that. But I've had run into one or two in my years of hunting out in that state that I lived in, that some of the answers I don't even think they knew. And it's like, I mean, it's just a learning curve. It's a learning experience. As the time as they grow into their job, it's like anything, you learn. And that's why I don't take it too offensively. Yeah, that is actually true. Sad as it is, but it is true. I mean, again, I understand their life, the way they do things, because in the career that I had for so long, just a different capacity of it. Yeah, people can be different. They can be difficult to deal with. So, but I also had to try and put it in perspective that, you know, they're in an issue where it's not comfortable or maybe even life changing when I have to deal with them on that, whatever the issue may be on that one. Yeah. Jared, run. That's funny. Ah, it's funny. No, we're not gonna do that. I gotta admit though, I even though I know that everything's legal, I did have some concerns about being on the Nevada side. That's why I was like, "Uh-oh, if I'm not supposed to be here, that could be a problem." Because I can't use the excuse, "Well, the internet said this," or "I was told that," because they're gonna say, "You know what? As responsible license owners, you should know the laws." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. You got me there." The last thing I want to do is have to pay a hefty fine. But thank goodness. I mean, it was a shot and we had to take it. Whew. As I say, the good, the bad, the ugly. But this is all good for sure. Folks, if you're brand new to the channel, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. I know I keep saying it every so often, but again, I'd like to be respectful to, say thank you to the new ones that are joining the channel. If you have an opportunity, take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I am trying to grow my channel. I'm wanting to reach 400. I believe I'm probably 45 away from it. I'm almost there. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any content that I put out. Um, yeah, I appreciate that. And do me a favor, comment and share, share, share. YouTube says that if you share the videos and leave comments and likes on it, that helps grow the channel immensely. Um, yeah, again, with YouTube having all kinds of changes going on, it's kind of hard to keep up on everything, and I try to. And if I hear anything about it, I definitely want to share, because again, we're all in this trying to do the same wonderful thing, have our channel grow and be better at what we do content wise and all that. Oh, they have. Interesting. Okay. That's probably the first time I've ever had that happen to me. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I get it. A little unnerving though, because you're not sure whether you should be here legally or not. But yeah, I get it. That's probably the first time I've ever really felt uncomfortable when I've had to come across a game warden. Because normally when I fish or hunt in the old state that I lived in, I pretty much knew it was good. But here I'm like, yeah, it was a first time for everything. Indeed. First time for everything. Oh boy. But you know what? Hey, it's fishing. Whoa. I almost lost my balance on that one. That wouldn't have been a good sight to see. But like I said, it's fishing. It is what it is. It's one of the benefits of getting older, I think, for me, is that you look down at something long enough, you start leaning into it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Well, Okay. It may be fish 1, Tim 0 today. I'm okay with that. Well, thank you, Josie. I appreciate that. That means a lot. It really does. And I'll definitely reciprocate back and share yours also. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's not doing much this morning. Okay, I see a baby fish right there. I mean, it's like literally this big. It is tiny. Wow. Yep, I'm hitting a lot of vegetation. That may be what's causing a hampering here. That may be what's causing a hampering. Oh yeah. Look at that. They can't eat what they can't see or smell. I wish there was a way that they could come in and cut some of this stuff down. I really do. I'm going to change this bait out because it's been on there for a little bit. But I wish there was a way they could cut some of this vegetation down. It would make it so much easier. Oh, very good. All right, free chum for the fish today. Yeah, right. Yeah, salad with anchovies. They're a great combination. I like it. Let's see here. Tighten this up a little bit. Put some new bait on this bad boy. Folks, I'm going to move you again. I apologize. I'm going to turn you this way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't want to lose my balance here. Man, this rocky area is pretty precarious today. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Give me a second, folks. I apologize. I don't mean to move you all over the world. I promise. My camera's gotten dark, so it tells me that the sun's hitting it. I'll try something real quick. No promises, though. Yeah, I wish there was a way I could actually do that without obscuring the camera lens. Yeah, here we go. Now, we'll figure it out. Let's try and get a new bait on there real quick. And off they go. Nice. You know, I think I'm going to switch up the poles this time. Let's see how this one will do. We're using a 6-hook Gamakatsu Red. Maybe this will change it up a little bit of a smaller bait this time. Yeah, we'll try that this time and see how that works out. I had a viewer not too long ago tell me that there's another type of thread material like this called Fireline, I believe it is. It's a elastic line, but it's red. And I want to check it out, see if I can find it anywhere. Oh, I'm like, holy cow, it was awake from the game warden boat. So I'm going to check it out and see how that works. If I can find it at the local Walmart, I believe, it's just my opinion only, doesn't mean I'm right, that red is a good color because the fact is it emulates like an injured fish. That's just my thought on it. I could be wrong. So let's try this pole today and see how it goes. All right. Yeah, I can tell the sun's starting to beat up on that thing. They need to design a cold pack for phones that are out in the sun like that. Wait for some of these wakes to slow down a little bit, and go from there. There we go. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. What did I miss here? Let me see here. Well, thank you. Appreciate that for catching up for me. Josie, it's going to be about 105 today, I believe. 105 or 103 today. We're starting to cool down tomorrow, though. I mean, I'm excited about it getting cooler. You know, when it gets cooler, you know, I can get the Wi-Fi here too because she doesn't fare very well in the heat. Of course, it's pretty warm. I don't think anybody does for that reality. But yeah. All right, let's try this again. That wasn't a bad spot. Hopefully they'll they'll hit it. 81's not bad. That's comfortable indeed. Good deal. You guys will probably still have some activity on the water though, as far as fishing movement. You going out for bass again today? Good morning, Birch. Glad you could join us. Glad you could join us. I take it you're having that cup of coffee this morning? Yep. Oh, good deal. That'd be awesome. No doubt. Yeah, that'd be awesome being able to catch on the boat. It's perfect. I'm kind of chomping at the bit on that, Josie. I really can't wait for that boat to get going. Probably on my next day off, I'm going to give it a tune up and replace the spark plugs and all that and see where I'm going to do everything process of elimination. And if I still can't get it figured out, it's got to go into a mechanic, a marine mechanic. Because at that point, I don't want to mess with any more than I need to because they say with those types of motors, any motor for that fact on a marine motor, they can be very finicky. And I don't want to be the one to mess that up. No doubt I don't want to. Oh, we miss you too. And I appreciate the compliment on the coffee. I guess I make a pretty good cup of coffee. I don't know. I know back in the day, I used to make some really great pancakes. And it's funny because I'm not a pancake person, but apparently I can make some nice, fluffy, thick ones. My wife, her sister, my wife's parents used to love my pancakes. The funny is, even my kids liked them. I've just never been a pancake person. I don't really care for French toast that much either. Honestly, I'm more of a biscuits and gravy. That's me. I love biscuits and gravy. I've been known to make that from time to time too. Yeah, I may have to, Josie. I mean, I will only do that as a last resort because they can be pricey, no doubt. But if it's going to get me back out on the water and I know it's done properly, I'm okay with that. I look at it as an investment, investment for fishing for sure. I love fishing and it gets me into a lot more opportunity areas. I've got to tell you, that I was pleasantly shocked and surprised on how well I was able to do on bank fishing. I really was. I think the biggest hit I got on the boat when it was running pretty good back in the day was, I don't know, a little while ago when we had it out on the lake out here. Was that night I caught that two catfish? Yeah. So yeah, I got hooked after that for sure. Oh, they are the best. And the more sausage that's in it, and the thicker the gravy, the better. Indeed. Years ago when I lived in Houston, I went to school out there, and it was high school, I believe it was. And yeah, that was on. And every morning we get to school, and they had breakfast set out for us. You get like a buffet style. You had the home fries or the potatoes, the cut cube potatoes that were seasoned. You had the bacon, the sausage, the eggs, the biscuits and gravy, and everything else that came with it. Yeah, they were my go-to staples all through school. I'm surprised I'm not as big as a house as much as I ate. I mean, I'm kind of heavy now, but boy, I was eating them every day. But I was pretty active though back in high school. I was pretty active. Tried football a couple times. Eh, I actually was actually pretty good at soccer. And all it took was getting kicked one time in the wrong spot. Yeah, that was the end of that career. Not doing that game no more. So I decided to take up fishing. It's a lot easier. I'd rather get hooked than kicked in the no-nos. Yeah, I said that. I kicked in the no-nos. uh, Come on, fish. I feel like you're kicking me now. Oh, it's all good. It is all good. This is what it's all about, man. Just being out here. Even if you don't catch anything, it's amazing just being out here. I still can see the moon out there. Beautiful. And I appreciate each and every one of you watching me this morning. It means a lot that you guys take time out of your day to watch me. I appreciate that. I enjoy watching content that you guys put on, and just I think I've become over obsessed with fishing. I really do. Oh my gosh, I got to tell you what I found the other day. My wife and I, we were going, and this is new for me. I'll be honest with you, this is new for me. So, and I think my wife was tickled that I actually wanted to go because I know I'm like, nah, that's just not my thing. But I've got to learn to be a little bit more understanding and respectful to what she likes to do. Because I mean, I can get so self-centered on what I do sometimes. Sweetheart, I'm sorry if I do that. I could admit that I'm wrong. But we actually got an opportunity, and I think I surprised her when I said, "Yeah, I'll go with you." Go to the Goodwills, and I forgot how fun they are. They really are fun. And I'm just kind of like the first one we went to. I'm like, yeah, okay, just kind of looking around, and it's really even. I thought didn't find nothing. The wife got a couple of things that she wanted, which was cool. But as I'm sitting in the car, I see somebody come out with a recurve bow, no strings attached, just a recurve. And my mouth dropped, and my wife kind of looked at me like, "What?" And I go, "She's got a recurve bow." And it was the most beautiful piece of wood recurve bow I've ever seen. I mean, it was like stained dark, like a dark oak color. Beautiful piece of wood. And I thought, man, if I would have found that, I could have mounted that thing on the wall. It would have been a perfect talking point, because I mean, I love archery big time. And I thought, well, okay, it is what it is. She scored. I didn't really look. And I kind of poo pooed myself for that one because I didn't look. I just wasn't into it. But boy, when I saw that come out that door like that, it sparked my interest immediately. Okay, be more vigilant what you look for. So the next one we went to, another one closer to where we live, is another store that we went to, and this time I've got like radar on. I'm scanning everything, like a fine tooth comb, just scanning for everything. And sure enough, there's a section where they put all their big stuff, and it was a bunch of behind a bunch of crutches and medical supplies. But I saw something sticking out behind it all. Oh my gosh! I will tell you, I was super excited, and I do mean super excited. It was a rod and reel combo set from 1961. Okay, it was a Shakespeare combo set. It was called the Wonder Cast. I had never seen one before. And I got all excited about it. I thought, nah, I'm never going to use it, but it's going to be a great conversation piece, hanging on the wall. So I actually went home. I was all proud of myself. I found something. Yay, I found something. So I ended up taking it home. I ended up researching it. And that's when I found out that they came out with that specific model Shakespeare did back in 1961. And it was an all metal, and it was an enclosed system. It was all metal, not like, hang on, am I getting stuck on something here? All metal here, up in this area here, but it had a lever that you could press down on. When you released, it would send the line out, and then you'd let go, and then it would stop. Almost like the modern type one that are cheesy plastic styles now, but this was all metal. Man, I was blown away by it. And being as old as it was in really good condition. Now, will I ever use it? No, no. It could probably be revamped, but no, I wanted to use it for like a conversation piece or of like nostalgia. But man, for $10, I couldn't beat that. Man, that was a score in my book. Oh, they are. They are great, Mr. J. I love them. Yeah, come on, Josie. If you could see me, you know I can get big as a house. I love to eat. My wife will tell you that. You know what, Mr. J? I say that we're loved. That's why we are. Indeed. I tell my wife all the time, I'm only loved. That's why. Yeah, I'm actually getting hungry myself. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it was such a find for me, man. I must be hitting up on some rocks big time. Oh, see somebody over there on a off-road vehicle up on the dam area. Must be one of the workers. Well, folks, I gotta tell you, man, I'm getting a little bit longer out here, but they're not seeming wanting to bite. And that's okay though. Again, that's why it's called fishing, right? Crack you up. I even make myself laugh. Why lie? Yep, that's why they call it fishing. You win some, you lose some. Like I said, it's just great being out here. It is starting to get warm though. I can feel it. Folks, let me ask a question. I may have asked this before, I don't recall. I've thought about maybe once a month going live and doing a one-on-one, like a feedback with one-on-one with everybody, just talking about fishing topics and things like that and equipment, share our thoughts and experience on how it works for that. What do you guys think about something like that? I'm just curious because I did one and it did seem like it did okay. I mean, I didn't. It was good. I liked it, but again, it's more about what you guys like to watch. I think it's a good avenue to go. That way we can sit down and share what each other's using and how our experiences have been with it. Does it work? Does it not work? Um, Not endorsing anything because again, now if I don't use it for a long period of time and I know it works, I'm not gonna say, yeah, those works great. Been burned on that. Ain't gonna do that again. The only thing I do probably, and I really don't even endorse it, is the magic thread because I think that does work legitimately well. See, I tell him he's a fat guy stuck in a skinny man guy's body. He eats and eats. I don't know where it goes. My wife would probably agree with you on that one, Josie. Yeah, yeah. She has a cute name for me, and I might share it one day. But it's hilarious. I mean, It's amazing how that works when you've been married for a period of time or even as newlyweds, but you've been with that person for so long. You just start having quirky names for each other. It's amazing. That's when you know you're loved. Indeed, it's when you know you're loved. Holidays are hard for me though because I do love to eat. Okay, no problem, sweetheart. Ah, I think I'm getting salad again. It feels kind of heavy. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Oh, yeah, I'm getting hit on heavy, heavy vegetation here. It's just, yeah, it's salad. It's salad. Wow. Folks, as you can tell, it's here. All the way down, even at the even at the hook level. It's salad. So I had this weird suspicion feeling that the fish are just not up for that. It's all right though. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. All right, I still got bait on there. So let's try one more time. We give it a few, give it a little bit longer, and if not, then the fish may have won this one. I'm okay with that because I think sometimes they're allowed to win. I have to tell myself that. One more time out there. We'll see how it goes. Oh, well, congratulations on 12 years. Beautiful. Beautiful. My wife and I, we just did ours in August. I think we were at, well, I better not get this wrong. Ooh, I think we're I've memory serve. I think we're looking at either 35 or 36 years. Yeah. So I know it's pretty darn close though. So, honey, if I'm not accurate, I apologize, but you know my heart's in the right place. It's been the best 35, 36 years of my life. I'll tell you what. Well, that just stunk. That was a horrible cast. I bet you the bait even came off. No, surprisingly, it didn't. Shocker. I tell you, man, that magic thread works pretty well. I say you can't get any better than this. Get out there and get some fishing done before you go to work. There you go. That's what it's all about. Honestly, there's not hardly any boats on the water today, other than the game warden. Honestly, between me and you, I think it's a perfect time to be out here because there's nobody on the water. Not really. The lake is huge, but boy, take an opportunity to get out there and get on the water. That would be perfect. Now, I wonder if I may have to take this reel apart and grease it up, lube it up, because it's kind of sticking. Doesn't seem to be flowing as smooth as it should. Oh, here comes the boat out now. Okay, somebody is on the water. They were in a cove. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but it's got a big motor. Okay, much better. Much better. We'll see where that one goes. Recreational butter. There you go. Maybe it'll stir the fish up. That's what I'm saying. Stir them up. Let's get it going. Here comes the wakes now. Oh, the wakes are coming in. Here they come. Folks, I don't think I'm going to be out here too much longer. Some things I got to do before I head into work this afternoon. But I definitely wanted to get out here and do some fishing this morning. Appreciate each and every one of you joining me this morning. Means a lot to me to have you guys follow me along here. If you're brand new to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. That way you don't miss any of my content. Also hit that like button and hit that bell icon, because that notification bell icon will help you get everything and all that I do. You have like 3 different settings on that bell icon. It's going to be all, I believe it's going to be all, personal, and then whatever. That's what I'm going with anyway. But hit that one on the very top that says all. That way you don't miss any of my content. And hit that like button. That way it pushes the algorithm out. YouTube is a great platform. By all means, it is. I just think they're making it a little bit more difficult. I don't mean in a negative way either, because I think a lot of what they're doing can be really good. But they're making a lot more things have to be done to jump through the hoops per se. But I'm okay with it. You know, we all got to put the work in, right? That's how it goes. But if it creates better content and better viewing enjoyment for you guys that's watching, or even me when I'm watching your content, I'm all about it. With my channel, I always try to tell people you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's days that I may not catch anything. I mean, I've had it. But the point is, I get to be out here fishing. I get to share it with you guys, and I enjoy that immensely. Catching fish by far is exciting, no doubt. But like I said, just getting out here on the water is so much fun and relaxing. You know, it's a great opportunity. I will be doing a lot of fishing on this channel, no doubt. I was thinking about branching out into some other avenues with the channel. That's why I was really glad that I did call it Arizona Outdoors the way I did, because that way it can open up areas to other opportunities. You know, definitely. I probably won't be able to do much hunting this year at all, because I probably pretty much missed the deadline on that one. But I mean, there are other opportunities, and again, for next season, definitely, we'll definitely do that. You know, getting in some bow shooting and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, just open opportunity for other stuff. But fishing, definitely, 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 definitely. I love to fish. So that will not go away for sure. Getting kind of rusty on the old bow shooting, so I probably need to set up an actual target area in my backyard here at my house, and then set one up at my property where I have my property at. The water is very clear. You got it. Very good. Give it a little bit more time. Got this big old camera system right behind me. I'm looking up. Whoop, got cameras on me. And rightfully so, because on the other side of the roadway here is the big dam. This is the Davis Dam, and that's what powers a lot of the area that I live in and parts of other areas. So it's kind of cool. It's actually a very, really cool looking dam. Not as majestic as Hoover Dam, which I've been to. Wow, that's breathtaking for sure. We did a ride up there not about maybe a year or so ago with the family on my son's pontoon, and we left Catherine's Landing just on a couple of inlets over, and drove all the way up there by boat. It probably took a good 4 hours to get there. Some of the most beautiful area though, man. Went through Willow Beach, Emerald Cove, all the way into the Hoover Dam. And the cool thing about Hoover Dam is there are still to this day scaffolding and walkways that were built into the mountainside from way back when they started building the dam, way back then, and they're still there to this day. They're not walkable, but they're there to see. And one of the cool things that I saw was there was a cable that went from the Nevada side to the Arizona side that still actually has a cart on the bottom of it that is on a giant pulley wheel, still there to this day. Non-usable, but it's still there to this day. It just goes to show you the history of how things were built during that time. Just amazing what we were building back then. Hoover Dam is a significant dam too. I mean, it holds back a lot of water, and it's a huge dam. Davis Dam is big, but small compared to Hoover Dam for sure. I love history. I love everything about history. I like to know how we got to be and where we came from and how we're going, or where we're going for that fact. I really started getting into the history of fishing too. Wanted to know more about it. Just it's intriguing. It's intriguing on how they used to fish way back in the early days. Appreciate that. Got 33 likes today. I appreciate that, everyone, for liking the channel. Well, thank you, Mr. J. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. Sometimes I feel kind of bad. I think I may ramble on a lot. I do have the gift of gab. I'm not gonna lie. I do. And sometimes I think I might ramble on too much, but I just like sharing what I like to talk about, and I like hearing conversations and hearing what you guys have to say and share. And it's great. It's a great conversation. I love having conversation with you guys on YouTube. I mean, I get to see everybody's aspects and thoughts about things, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Well, that's okay, Josie, because guess what? Hunting and fishing has a lot to do with our history. Indeed. I was the same way with math. I didn't like math. I got through it, but I didn't like it. But I'll tell you what, math is important when you want to count them fish and stuff. I'll tell you what. Indeed. Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. J. Appreciate that. Folks, I don't know if you can see that or not. You may not be able to. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. That is a beautiful, beautiful flock of birds coming in. I don't know if you can see it or not. That is gorgeous. The V pattern just amazes me how that works like that. They have that lead bird, it just guides the rest. That's just amazing how that works. Just amazing how that works. Well, folks, I might end up wrapping this up. Wasn't an unsuccessful day. Got out here, got to do some fishing. Like I said, sometimes the fish win, sometimes we win. Yeah. Bait's still on there, so nothing's biting. That's for sure. And I have a feeling it could be too that they may be not liking the anchovies so much right now. So it may be time to start creating my own concoction. All right. No problem. Ooh. Sit down for a little bit here. There we go. Kind of lowering that down a little bit. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to give you a close-up like that. I apologize. Find a place to sit real quick. Trying to catch up on some of the comments here. Do apologize. What Joe Diffie song was that? I'm curious, Josie. Kind of beautiful view out there. Even up on the backside of me here, the hill area, you might be able to see the dam in the background there. Yeah, beautiful location out here. Nah, no problem. Ooh. Nothing like a cramp in the hip. Nothing like a cramp in the hip. Oh, I got to get up and walk it off. What do we say? Walk off cramps? Oh, much better. Woo, much better. Now, real quick, I don't know if you guys can see or not. I do apologize for the sun being out there. Try and zoom in if I can. That area right there, they actually have an area built out there where they've actually built metal canopies and areas to stage with benches and everything out there. I might hit that area next time. Not real quite sure on how that would fare over there, because if the water's really low, it wouldn't be conducive to fish. And it seems like lately the water's been low even on the lakeside, not by much, but a little bit on the lakeside. So not as much as the actual river itself, but overall though. But that's something I did think about. And there's like 5 or 6 other locations that I want to try that a lot of them are on the Nevada side. Now that I know we can legally fish on that side, yeah, definitely on board with that. Definitely on board with that. So, see, I might start closing some stuff up here, getting it all put back into order. I think I need to make a store run to get more anchovies. I'm kind of liking this light packing because I have an awesome tackle box, but when I would do them quick and light and easy, it makes it worth it coming out with a backpack. It really does. Yeah, got a jet skier on the water. All right, guess the lake is finally coming alive. Maybe it'll scare the fish up. Put the actual stringer in there. Surprisingly, I had not drank one drink of water since I've been out here. Hasn't been super hot, and I probably should have, but it hasn't been that hot. But I will tell you, I will definitely go home and get coffee. Indeed. Gotta kind of close this up a little bit. Folks, I'm going to start making my way out of this section here. So, you're wondering that's what I'm doing? That's what I got going on. Because it's a little bit of a ways. Not really, but it is. It's just being rocky. I want to make sure I don't leave anything behind here. All right. Kind of walking up this way here. That's the camera system. Yeah. It's really not that far from the roadway. A makeshift ladder. Some of these rocks do move, so I got to be careful. Here, put this up here real quick. Yeah. Apologize about that. If you're getting in the sun, I don't mean to put you there. I just got to get my stuff thrown over. There's that one. Stay. There's that one. And that one. All right, folks. You're going to get to see me climb a wall. Hopefully I don't fall over here. Yeah. It's definitely a climb. Definitely a climb. I'm on the wall. Indeed. Made it. Wow. Tell you, man, you find all kinds of stuff. Look at this. This was just laying up here. It might be salvageable. What do y'all think? You never know. Looks like a little, what might have been a rooster tail at one point. You never know. Whew. Mississippi catfishing, how are you? We are unfortunately done for the day. It was a slow day today. Fish 1, me 0. It does happen, but hey, I wanted to get out here before I went to work this morning because I worked midday today and I wanted to get some time out on the water if I could. But again, it's never a bad day, I promise. It's always a good day being out here. Even if I don't catch, it's a great day being out here. The lake is becoming a little bit more active now. We got people on the water coming out in their boats finally. Kind of stirring up the waves and all that, which is okay. It is what it is. You know, being able to open up that throttle like that's got to be good for the motor to blow out all the carbon and such. Beautiful out here. Beautiful out here. Oh, indeed, Mississippi. It is always a great day, no matter what. You know, sometimes it's not about catching. Sometimes it's just about getting out there and doing it, right? It is always a great time to be on the water, no doubt. If I seem to be kind of squinting at you, I don't mean to be. It's just that the phone lenses went really dark, so I'm trying to see the comments. Well, I appreciate you guys joining. It means a lot to me. How was your day? Did you do any fishing today, Mississippi? Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you're at work? I understand that. I'm getting ready to head in. Josie, I have to have Barbie share that song with me. I want to know what it is now. I'm curious. um, Folks, See if I can get you on the other side of the dam real quick. I want to show you something. It is really an awesome area out here. This is Davis Dam. This is Davis Dam right here. Now this section right here, folks, where you see the waterway, that goes from Davis Dam. The lake behind me is Mojave. This is the beginning of the Colorado River, just on the opposite side of Davis Dam here. There's areas right there where it can be fished. Now, if you can see like the lower darker color lines, the water has dropped. It's about 1 unit, maybe 2 units right now. It's not high. The highest they run is roughly 5 units, and it's definitely not there. But again, then you got your big turbines, which generates the power and such. But again, that goes all the way out when we're talking hundreds of miles out, if not more. So yeah, so a lot of areas down here on the Nevada side that can be fished. So it's a good experience to open that up. Indeed. Indeed. Thought I'd share that with you. And then, of course, which you all saw earlier, this is the lakeside, Lake Mojave. And this goes for miles and miles way up north, way up north. Some of the areas that this one leads into is Willow Beach, Emerald Cove. You name it, it goes there. It's just beautiful. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Mississippi. Much appreciated for your subscription. Much appreciated. Means a lot. Well, folks, I'm going to cut the video short here live. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you today for joining the channel this morning. I know that if you're in my time zone, it was early for you, and I appreciate you getting up early to watch me. It means a lot. For you folks on the East Coast, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. If you're at work watching, thank you for taking a moment to watch the channel. Even though it may have been a little bit of temporary that you got a break, which I normally do. When I'm on break, I'll end up doing it also. So again, appreciated. Today was not a bad day. It really wasn't. I had such a blast out here hanging out with you guys, chatting, conversating, and even casting a few lines out in the water. It isn't always fishing. You know, you don't always catch. I shouldn't say it isn't always a day where you catch, but it still makes it a great day. I mean, it's just what it's about. But again, I really want to say thank you to each and every one of you fine people on YouTube for joining my channel, subscribing, and supporting my channel. I couldn't do this without you guys. I could not be where I'm at without you guys. I'm trying to reach that 400 mark. Hopefully I'll get it soon. I don't mean to harp on it, but I really am pushing the channel to grow. Again, I appreciate all those of you who have. If you could do me a favor, hit the like buttons on the videos. Go back and check some of my past videos out. I do have some pretty good ones, even some bloopers. I'm not going to lie, I do. They're there. And again, share them, because, you know, that's what, as you all know, being YouTube content creators yourself, you know, it pushes our content out to even farther and more people out there. And that's what it's about. If we can help each other out by spreading the word and pushing our channels out for each other, it just helps us to grow and become a bigger and better community that we are. And again, thank you guys so much. I couldn't do it without you. If you're out fishing today or even hunting, you know, I know that dove season is up and going right now. Be safe out there. You know, take care of yourself. Stay hydrated if you're in an area where it's warm, and keep yourself warm if you're in an area where it's cold. And definitely look out for your surroundings and being aware of what's going on around you. And again, thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you outdoors.